Hey everyone, Jeffrey here. Today's video will cover day 1 of the 5 days I spent training my smash. If you want to know what I did and how this can apply to you, then keep watching. Seriously, the second part of this video will not only help you with your smash, but could potentially help you improve other areas of your life. But more on that later. I'm going to start out by saying that I showed up on court without a plan. It's been a couple years since I graduated college, but I guess I still can't get rid of my procrastination habit. And that might be the case for you too when you first start training, and that's totally fine. My goal for the first day was just to notice how my current form felt, try out smashing with different footwork, and figure out what to work on for the rest of the week. I first started the session by doing standing smashes from the back. By not doing any footwork besides minor adjustments to positioning, I could focus more on just my form. You can think of this as level 1. Next, I added in some footwork. I wanted this to be level 2, just one step harder than standing smashes. So, I smashed and moved between the back right corner and the front right corner. I told my drilling partner to make the lifts high so that I had a lot of time to get to the bird. After doing that on the forehand side, I also did the same on the backhand side. In case you're wondering, I was still doing this on the forehand side of the court in order to have a better camera angle. Hope that makes sense. Next, after that would be level 3. I did the same thing except the lifts wouldn't be as high. I no longer had enough time to move back, get into position, and scissor kick. Instead, I would only have enough time to do a China jump and smash in the air. I still have no idea why it's called a China jump. And then just like before, I did the same on the backhand side. And that was pretty much the first day's training session. Level 1 was standing smashes, level 2 was smashes with footwork, where the lifts were high and gave me enough time to move to the back and get into position. Level 3 was a bit harder, where the lifts were lower and I needed to China jump in order to reach the bird. Let me know in the comments what you think level 4 and 5 should be. Now, remember how I said at the beginning that the takeaways from this video could help you not only improve your smash, but potentially help you improve other areas of your life? If you're interested, then keep watching. So let's say you want to improve a skill. It could be badminton, or it could be computer programming, singing, baking, or even growing your own plants. Whatever it is, once you have a skill in mind, you might want to improve it because the better you are at a skill, the more you will generally enjoy doing that skill. And once you decide that you want to improve a skill, here's a general guideline that might help. Step 1, set a goal. You want something that will inspire you and make you feel accomplished after you reach the goal. Try to make it something you have under your control, like being able to smash with better form or learning the proper footwork to do a jump smash. Step 2 is to define your levels. Once you set a goal, you need to figure out the milestones that help you get to the goal. That way you can start to see the path to reach the final goal and makes the final goal seem possible. This part usually gets me pretty excited. If you remember, that's pretty much what I did earlier in this video. Step 3 is to do some research. It doesn't matter how good you are. If you want to improve, that means there is probably something you don't know that can help you get better. If you're a beginner, start by learning the basics. If you're advanced, study recordings of your own matches and compare it to what the pros are doing. Figure out how to close that gap. And if you're a pro, can you send me an autograph? But seriously, if you're a pro, you probably aren't watching my videos. For the other normal people out there, technology has come a long way and there are plenty of resources out there at this point. You can do plenty of research by watching videos on YouTube, going through some online courses, or even taking some in-person lessons. Studying your own recordings is also really helpful, but it's a double-edged sword. You need to make sure that you have good analytical skills and that you have a proper understanding of the basics of the game. Otherwise, you'll pick up some really bad habits that then take years to unlearn, which is what happened to me. Ideally, you'd watch your own recordings with an expert who can point you into the right direction and keep you on the right path. Step 4 is setting a training plan. This means figuring out what days and what time you're going to be working on the skill. For example, I decided that I would practice my form on day 2, practice my footwork on day 3, practice my accuracy on day 4, and practice my power on day 5. The training plan will depend on what goal you set and how much time you're willing to dedicate to the skill. And step 5 is then to execute on your plan. Planning and researching is great, but it all really comes down to following through and practicing. And that's it. After all of this, you might have, or you might not have, reached your goal. Either way, you should have improved, and what matters is that you dedicated time to improving yourself. The final step is to reflect on what went well and what you could have done differently. And when that's done, take all of these learnings and set a new goal. And that's how you get better. Honestly, I can probably make an hour-long video on this topic. For those that made it all the way to this point, let me know in the comments if that's something you want to see. Thanks for going down this rabbit hole with me, and as I said in the intro video, day 1 was about experimentation. The next video will cover day 2 where I worked on my form. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.